everyone, so for today's arts and crafts video we are going to be making another card and we are going to be doing some hand prints again, but don't worry if you don't like doing the hand prints, if you don't like painting the sticky paint onto your hand, that's fine. You could maybe just paint the reindeer on, because today we're going to make a reindeer card. So I've just got a piece of card that I folded in half, but you can use some paper if you don't have any card, and we are going to be making a Rudolph card. So I've got some brown paint and a paintbrush, and then later on you can get some more colours to use for the lights if you would like. And then I've made a red oval for the nose and two little eyes, so I just drew those and then cut those out. I've got two small eyes. The eyes were quite tricky to cut out actually because they were so small. But the first thing that we are going to do is make a handprint on our card, and this time our handprint is going to face upwards, so that the bottom of our hand, the palm, is going to be his face, and then our fingers are going to be his antlers. So I'm going to paint some brown onto my hand. And I'm going to try and cover all of my fingers and my palms so that when I press down, I can see all of those on the paper. So I'm going to get quite a lot on there. There we go. I'm going to get the sides and all the little gaps. Okay, so I have painted my hand brown, and now I'm going to press it down onto my card with my fingers facing up. So there we go. I'm going to pat down my fingers and my palm to try and get all of that paint onto the card. And then when I finish, I'm going to hold the card and lift up my hand. So I have got my handprint on here. Now you can see again our palm, because it goes up a little bit, it's a bit raised. The paint hasn't come off our palm very well. So I'm just going to take my paintbrush and put a little bit of paint in that middle bit of the hand there. So I've just painted that gap in the hand with a paintbrush. You could use your finger as well if you like. You could just maybe smudge it in a little bit there, or you can use a paintbrush. So that is your first step, is making your brown handprint. Lovely. Okay, so now my handprint has dried, so the next thing I'm going to do is start to stick Rudolph's face on. So at this point, if you haven't already, you can make your red oval for his nose. So I'm going to stick that kind of in the middle of my palm, a bit nearer the bottom, because this is going to be his face. So I'm going to get some glue and put it onto the nose, and then I'm going to stick the nose onto the hand. So there we go. I have stuck his red nose down the bottom, and now I'm going to try and stick these eyes on top of the nose. So this is a bit fiddly because the eyes are so small, so I'm going to hold the eye, put a little bit of glue on it, and then put it just above the nose, and do the same for the next one. Just needs a bit of glue and stick it on top of the nose. There we go. So I've stuck those eyes just on top of the nose there on the palm of my hand. So I've got Rudolph's face, and then these are his antlers. So on the top, because I've got a little gap again, I'm going to do those lights that we did last time. So I'm going to take a black pen. You can choose whichever colour you would like, and I'm going to draw a kind of wavy line across the top of my card, and then I'm going to do some little rectangles with lines inside where my lights are going to go. So these are the top parts of the lights. So I've drawn my rectangles and they've got some little lines inside. And the next step is to get your fingers ready again, because now I have got some red and some yellow paint, and I'm going to dip my fingers into each of those and make fingerprints to be the Christmas lights on top. So our first one, I'm going to use the yellow. I think the yellow looks really nice, as it looks like a real light when you use the yellow on the top there. So I'm going to do yellow and then another yellow on the other side. Lovely. And then with my other finger, I'm going to get some blue, and I'm going to push that into the middle one to make another light. So there we go. We've got some Christmas lights on the top as well. So you have now made a Rudolph card that you can send to someone. You've got your Rudolph handprint and your lights at the top if you want to as well. So thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing some of you making these cards.